Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. This is a 2023 film that is directed by, once again, by Peyton Reed. The plot follows, we see Scott Lang is now looked at as a public hero in 2 years post Endgame. Now everyone sees him as now a hero after he defeated Thanos in Endgame. He has a chance to be the hero that he always wanted to be, and of course has to spend time with Cassie and be with Hope and just being part of something that he always wanted. But it's not till him, Hope, Cassie, Hank and Janet gets stuck into this quantum realm after Cassie created this device that teleports them into the quantum realm. So they're trying to find a way to get back home, to get back to their reality. But it's not until they have to stop this monster or this conqueror named Kang. So what do I think of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania? Is funny thing is, when I was really looking forward to this movie. I was, because the trailer looks so great and Kang looks amazing. I'm looking forward to Kang on the big screen since his debut in the last episode of Loki. If you've seen Loki, you know, the He Who Remains variant. When I heard this film coming out and reviews start coming out, and it's getting a lot of mixed reactions. Some people love it, hate it. So it's getting the same somewhat critical response like the Internals. It's divided. Some people love it, some people hate it. So where did I stand on this movie? I would say, coming out, saw it last night. I don't hate it. I don't hate this movie. I don't. I will admit it's not a perfect movie. I'm not going to deny it. Call me an MCU fanboy or stan, or you're just blinded by your love for Marvel. Of course, I'm a Marvel fanboy, but I'm not like Mitten. There's some problems with it, with certain movies, with flaws. But I would say it's definitely a solid good time. And I think it's much better than Ant-Man and the Wasp, in my opinion. In my opinion, I will say this. The acting, I think everyone gives all around their best performances. Paul Rudd, Scott Lang, he's amazing, a great guy, great actor. Comedic timing is perfect. I have no issues with his performance. I really liked him as Scott Lang. Angelina Lilly as Hope, she's fine, but the thing is, she just doesn't get much to do here. I think her performance was fine. I have no problem with her performance. Performance was okay, it's fine. But she's barely not much to the film, but she is not with Scott that much, because Scott is now with Cassie, because that's the strong point of the film is Scott and Cassie. We'll talk about Cassie in a moment. Hope, she does hang around with Hank and Janet, her mum and dad. But I would say she didn't get much to do. There were potential stuff with her and Janet for one particular scenes, because Janet was keeping things from her and Hank about this whole quantum realm, because she knows things more than they do, but she never talk about it, never discuss about it. Michael Douglas, great, still has some good comedic timing with his humor, and Michelle Pfeiffer as Janet, I would say she's really good here. I think she has more to do, because since now she has more experience in the quantum realm, so that gives her a chance to see her point of view and also see what she can do herself. And I thought it was really cool. I really liked that. That was amazing. Of course, we'll talk about this casting. Now, this casting has been really controversial for most people. I don't know if it is controversial. It's just up here with fans. Catherine Newton as Cassie Lang. Fairly honest, I actually like Catherine Newton's Cassie Lang. I know there's a lot of people say she looks like she's just stoned. She doesn't look like she just gives a wooden performance. I thought the performance was good for what she was given. I think there was a good chemistry between her and Paul Rudd, Scott Lang's character. I think they both have this good father-daughter relationship. You do feel like they're father and daughter. I know a lot of people want to see the actress, I can't remember the actress name, Emma something, comment down below. It's one of the actresses who's in Avengers Endgame who played Cassie before she was being recasted in for Quantumania for Catherine Newton. Politely, please. I thought Catherine Newton did well. Is that an Oscar-winning performance? No, but her performance is good. She definitely has that right amount of balance of humour, heart, but she also did got something to do. She's not wasted. She's just given something to do. helping Scott out and also battling with these creatures. And of course, you have other actors in this film. You have William Jackson Harper as one of those resistance, all these group of weird quantum people, or some people call them quantum resistance, where he could read minds, thoughts, and feelings. Funny thing is, there's not much for spoiler, but Michael Pena did not make an appearance as Louise. I was really surprised. I thought, wow, this is the first Ant-Man you don't have Michael Pena. Wow. And there's Michael Pena now. Jonathan Majors, the main attraction himself. Kang the Conqueror. Let's just say this now. Kang the Conqueror. Holy crap. I'm not going to spoil much from the movie, but his performance, Jonathan Majors, that's all I'm going to say. His performance is outstanding. He's very menacing. He's very intimidating. When it comes to his line delivery, it's just very menacing, but yet very satisfying to hear. Honestly, I would watch 2 hours of Jonathan Majors' Kang for 2 hours straight just to listen to his dialogue. It's just so perfect. I love it. The visuals looked incredible for the most part. There are some noticeable ones. There are a couple of like background where the character standing does look a bit iffy, and the character MODOK appears in the film. It's very questionable. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's very questionable. I'm not going to spoil it, but I think most people knew it's going to be in the movie, what the reveal is. But if you know what I'm talking about, the way they did him is kind of weird. It didn't get much to do with him. He was there, he's there. But I'll admit, it is cool to see him, MODOK, in the movie. But it's just there, if you know what I mean. The scenes are pretty cool. The visuals, like again, some noticeable ones. There are some few wonky ones. Some of the characters do get sidelined, like William Jackson Harper's character. And Bill Murray is in this movie. Not that much, but we do see him. He's only there for 5 minutes of screen time, and that's it. No, that's a bit of a spoiler there. I don't know. There's something about Ant-Man and the Wasp. There's some really good stuff in there, but there are a lot of things in there it could have done better. I would say the story is a bit wobbly at times, because the first act the first 10 minutes did start off a bit wobbly. They start off a bit, okay, when's they going to get to the quantum stuff? When you get to the quantum realm itself, that's where the film picks up. It does go somewhere it's going. And I think right about the second act, before Kang comes in, it did start to get a wee bit lost in its footing and its story. And I try to figure out, okay, where's this is going? But it did pick up. It did pick up where it's going. And then, of course, the third act just carried on, like as always. The main post-credit scene, I will say this now, it is worth seeing, because, honestly, the mid-credit scene is like, holy schwa. And then post-credit scene, let's just say that there. And the Wasp Quantumania, I don't hate this movie. I don't hate it as much as Chris do. I enjoy it for what it was trying to do. It's definitely flawed. It's definitely has its messy script. Some of the script could have been polished, could have done a little bit better. Because there are some potential. There are some potential in this film. I do see potential with the script. I think they could have done some few rewrites, maybe some iron out some of the narratives, and maybe try to fix a few things here and there. And the CGI, I know there's going to be some few dodgy CGIs now and again in certain movies, especially when it comes to the superhero stuff. Marvel, DC, doesn't matter which one you're talking about. But I think for the most part, it does what it does. But it does, one thing I'll give this big praise. I know a lot of people criticize Phase 4 for being directionless, but when you watch this movie, it does have a direction where it's going or where it's heading. So, if anyone complains about Phase 4 being directionless, well, hope you look back on that and start saying, yeah, you know what? Phase 4 wasn't that bad. My rating for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is a good time. It's a good time. I would definitely recommend you guys. And hopefully just go in, expect what you expect from this movie. It's a enjoyable, fun time. I can understand the criticism this film has. I know some people say, I know, didn't like this movie or disappointed by it. which is understandable. I definitely get where you guys are coming from. I'm not blinded by the flaws, but I can still find some enjoyment out of it. It's still a fun time. I'll still buy it in 4K, like in our MCU films of our own. Go and see this movie. You will have fun with it. You'll enjoy it. It's a good time. Definitely recommend it. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, see ya!